What's going on, people? It's your man the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, half Irish Dan, for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, we got some breaking news right now. The GAD, Gareth A. Davies, got aired out by Johnny Bash Sr., who obviously, after the fight, this big bulbous cat came out saying, yeah, Dave Allen, you won the fight. Obviously, he's got home, allegedly rewatched it. In reality, he's shilling his base. And I'm glad, really, I roasted Johnny Bash, because he's useless. I felt guilty. When I saw his dad come out and say, oh, no, I think Dave won, I felt guilty, because I felt like they're being honest. But when someone starts lying and shilling their base, that's a number one way to piss me off. If you shill your base, outside of looking at what's reality, it pissed me off. So this big bulbous cat, no good, finished. Johnny Washed. That's his name from now on. Johnny Washed, 100%. Anyway, here we go. And fair play to the GAD. The GAD, he's tightening up a little bit. He could have come out sucking Tyson Fury off after getting his head boxed off again. He didn't. He's been pretty solid, so I'll rate the GAD. Even at 65 years old, he's able to transform. Here we go, here's the bars anyway.
Totally respect anyone's opinion who thought Dave won the fight, but the way you and Spencer went over the top, I thought you were a serious journalist. You showed how incapable you are of actually reporting on a proper fight. He won the fight, I watched it back. He won round 1 to 4, round 10, and round 7, you could have called it to Johnny. So for you to say it was a robbery and disgusting, Gareth, you was welcome in my house before, you'll never be welcome in my house again, because I think you acted like a complete and utter disgrace, alright? And I'll tell you to your face, because I'm a man, I'm not holding back. Anyone can say they think Dave won the fight. Dave's team themselves said it wasn't a robbery, and you're shouting out things like that. I've lost all respect for you. People used to tell me, don't respect Gareth Davis. I've said no, he's alright. Totally lost all respect for you. Never come and see me again, and never ask for my advice in anything ever again. Yeah, you do, sir, you do, because you have not got a clue. And when I see you, I'll tell you. Alright? All the best. Merry Christmas. Bash!
Come on, Johnny. Come on. Is it Johnny Sr.? Whatever his name is. Come on. You can drop the whole Bosch act now, because you got bashed up, man, by washed up Dave Allen, 10-1 favourite. And you bumped my money with your Cabal Eddie Hearn Matchroom fix room scam that you ran on my Betfred account. That's what you need to do. That was a scam win you got there. You got punched up. Dave Allen literally punched your head off. Seriously. Oh, AB, you're bugging. He didn't punch his head off. Watch this leaked video here. Yeah? If this
Firstly,
here,
Johnny,
just look at Johnny Bash's face. Focus on his face. Pause. If this guy isn't someone who got their head punched off, I don't know what is. He's sitting there a day later like, watch this guy. I feel sorry for him. He's alright, Johnny, but he did get punched up. If I get in there, you best believe it. I can't lie to myself. If I get in there, get my cherry popped, and after the fight I'm sitting there like this, just bugging because I've been punched so hard, I couldn't tell you I won the fight. Yeah? If I didn't put my opponent down as well, and if his jaw wasn't half hanging off as well, how could I have won? It's a fight, man. Again, like I always say, how you pick who won fights is, who would you rather be at the end of the fight? That's the best way to do it. That's what a win is. Who would the majority of people rather be? I'd rather be Dave Allen than this cat here. He's got a big thing on his ear. He got slapped upside his ear. And that's what Dave Allen did say. That Dave Allen said, I'm giving you old school whooping. I'm clipping you upside your ear, man. That's what he did. Look at this guy here. Got clipped upside his head. That's old school, I've got to be honest with you. And who else predicted that? All these other corny channels. Well, Dave this, Dave that. I told you it's not about Dave. It's about these new age guys are no good. I'm the one who knows that. These other cats don't know it. That's why I didn't put you onto the game. Yeah, we got bumped. That's not my fault. It's a big Kabbalah scam. Right? If the right man won, we'd be up 10-1 right now. Oops. That's what would have happened. Same as Liam Cameron. Oops.
Firstly, Johnny, regardless of what people say, it is...
Look at this guy, man. Look at his face. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Johnny Bash. But look at his face. Look at his face.
It is the night after, the day after.
Oh, man. Look at this guy.
You're clearly in pain.
He's fucked. man, seriously, he's proper. This is what... You know when Fury was building up to the Usyk fight and he was like, oh, you are hot. Seriously. This is how Usyk should have looked. With a big thing on his ear. In interviews, just like... I'm not laughing at Johnny. Obviously, it's a hard game. It can happen to anyone. But what I'm laughing at is the fact... If this happened to me, yeah, and my dad gets on the phone saying, oh, yeah, you're a liar. It's not a robbery. I'm afraid to say it is a robbery. If I left an opponent like Johnny Fisher and lost a fight... And that's the problem with the judging system is erroneous because it doesn't quantify the extent of damage done. Yeah. It's kind of, one little slappy punch in their minds is the same as someone having their ear bust up and can't even talk straight. That can't be the case, man. That can't be the case.
It's the night after, the day after. You're clearly in pain.
He's fucked, man. Come on. Leak as well here. Come on, people. Can I zoom in? Nope. Cute. Just focus on Johnny Fisher there. Focus on Johnny Fisher, yeah, watch. It's like a goldfish. Watch Johnny Fisher here.
You were going to the dressing room and that you felt that that was going to be your last fight.
You know, he's like a goldfish, man. He's like a Dave Allen left this guy like a goldfish. Drinking through a straw, man. He got to drink through the straw for the next 6 months. Yeah, I like Johnny. He's okay, but the whole family's shilling. I get it. His dad said, "I'm really proud of you for fighting hard." He did fight somewhat hard. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't roll over like Ben Whittaker, but that don't win. I'm afraid to say, people, just fighting, getting punched up, but staying in there. How many times did Gatti do that, for example? A whole bunch of dudes staying in there and getting punched up is admirable. It don't mean you won though. That's the problem. A lot of these new age cats think, "Oh, I'm the favourite, I'm the A-side, so all I have to do is survive to the end and I get the win. Oh, but I've proven I've got it about me." Well, not really. You've proven you can get your head slapped off for 10 rounds. That's what you prove. You didn't prove you could beat a below British level heavyweight. I think Dave Allen at his best probably is British level, but not in this circuit. He's not going to beat Fabio Wardley. Although I wouldn't mind seeing it, but he's not. Fabio Wardley's got too much firepower. He punches too hard. And Fabio Wardley's got too much top level experience now. He completely demolished Fraser Clark. Dave Allen was going life and death with Fraser Clark. So if Wardley would do Dave Allen some serious harm, he's not going to fight Moses Talma. So that right now he's not British champion, but at the time I think a guy called Sam Sexton, Hughie Fury beat Sam Sexton for the British title. In that era, Dave Allen versus Hughie Fury, for example, was a great fight. I think Hughie would faff around and get through it because of the speed and his height. But that's the kind of level Dave Allen is. He's like the Hughie Fury British level in a certain circumstance. Dave was never going to beat an AJ or Dubois who's a British champion at the time, or Wardley. That's the red level is at. A circumstantial British champion level. Dave Allen, you're not even that level, man. Dave's washed up. He wasn't even training properly. He come in heavy. He came in close to his career heaviest. He wasn't even training for your ass. He knew you were sweet. And you went in there like Dave, exactly like Dave said. Exactly like I said. You went in there, blew your completely goosed after 4 rounds, and it was your ass in the 5th. Exactly what Dave said. Literally, word for word. I came on here and passed you, man, the game. He'll be puffing, breathing heavy, and thinking, "Oh my God," which is what the new age guys do. These guys are amateur fighters. That's the truth. They got Ben Whittaker, 3 rounds in him. Johnny Bosch, 3 or 4 rounds in him. 3 rounds really. He was goosed in by the 4th time and the 4th finish, so he was finished by round 3. It's the amateur. Even though Johnny Fisher doesn't have a big amateur experience, it's a mentality of it. They can't blow your back out in a few rounds. They're finished. Got nothing left to offer the game. And Johnny can't punch that hard ultimately. If he could, the way he was hitting Dave Allen, he should have dispatched of Dave Allen. That makes sense. He can't punch. He can't punch. Dave Allen's solid, yeah, but he can't punch. Johnny Fisher can't punch. You saw what 60-year-old Luis Ortiz did to him. He can't punch for toffee. This guy here can't punch. Not for toffee. Can he punch? So where's he going? Oh, I'm only 25. Well, at 25, you've more or less got the strength you're going to have now. That's the truth. Your legs were shot. Your legs don't get no better at 25. If your legs are finished in a 10 rounder, you aren't even a 12 rounder. If your legs are finished after 5 rounds, all you can hope for is to come in and be more political. But being more political, your whole shtick is, Johnny, bash, I'll knock you out. Well, being more political means, what you can do? You're never going to break Dave Allen down. If you couldn't blow his back out in 4 rounds, what you can do? Faff around to a points win. That's his best hope. But if you're getting a points win over Dave Allen, you're limited. I guess Dillian White did, to be fair, but Dillian White, what's he done? Dillian White went life and death with loads of bums. Oscar Rivas, life and death, got put down. Dillian White's massively overrated. This really, the last 10 years have been, it's just been full of British bums, overhyped, no good bums. Although we are coming out of that now. We've got Dubois, he's serious. Bacoli, he's serious. Itama, obviously unproven, but he's serious. Itama would proper do Johnny Bash some serious arm. Yeah, by the time Itama finished with Johnny Fisher, he'd be looking like Joe Joyce, just shot to pieces. Seriously. That would age him 15 years in one fight. If Johnny Fisher wants to feel what it's like to be 40, 25 going on 40, get in there with Itama. If you can't move your jaw after Dave Allen, yeah? If you're sitting there tweaking out because your jaw and your ear got popped by Dave Allen, come on. Yeah? Get real here. You got punched up. Don't get your daddy out there lying for you as well. Just say, Dad, listen. If it was honestly, I'd have to tell the truth. I'd have to come out and say, listen, man. He slapped my head off. What can I say? I told you the other day I was sparring some little 14-year-old about 130 pounds. He was just too quick. He slapped my head off. What do you want me to do? Sit here and say it didn't happen? He slapped my head off. I'll get him back, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? The head got slapped. I didn't know what I was doing. He was coming too quick. He was coming from everywhere. It was all over me. So it's one of them. Too much speed. Speed kills, folks. That's the truth. That's the truth of what happened. Yeah? That's the truth of what happened. I can sit here and say, well, this whoop-de-whoop. No. Tell your dad, hey daddy man, Johnny Fisher knows what happened in there. Oh well, it was a close fight, I don't mind either way. No, you do mind either way. And that's what I said a little while ago, that the boxing game really, same with Beterbiev and Bivol. In a so-called close fight, yeah, the judges or the referee should give the fighters the option. It should go into, overtime. I think some sports have a function where if it's a draw after 90 minutes, you go into overtime, but the first goal wins. That's what we'd have to do here. Yeah. You finish the fight, a 10-round fight, Dave Allen versus Fisher, and then both fighters get asked, do you want to go for an 11th? And you keep doing rounds until someone says no more. Oops, you got a definitive winner. No more draws, man. No more. In fact, let's just do that full stop. You get in there, and until someone taps out, it cracks on. I guess the argument is there has been, I think back in the day they used to do that, and it went on for like 30 rounds, and it got super sloppy and super long in the tooth. Because you get to a point after so many rounds, you get to a point when neither of you can do the damage required. You're both too goosed, so it ends up being a bit of a stinker towards the end. But certainly there should be a Valhalla option. An extra 3 rounds. That'll weed out. In my opinion, Beterbiev was about to weed out Bivol. Another 3 rounds, he's been weeded out. There should be a 3-round option. Maybe go to 15 as an option. And you'd quickly find out. People like Johnny Fisher, in my opinion, would be saying, although he did fight well in the 10th, to be fair, but you'd find out people saying, no, I don't want no more. Just leave it there. I'll take my loss. Right? That's the whole point of it. It's scheduled for 12, but if you want some more, like Tyson Fury, I got robbed, right? I'd say, listen, I'd have told Tyson after the 12, hey Tyson, man, you lost on the cards, do you want some more? Do you think been robbed, do you think he'd wanted more? Because his trainer told him already, man. His trainer told him 2-3 rounds before the end, you need to go now. So he knew, never mind rounds 12 to 15, he knew at round 9 that it was time to go. He didn't want no more. So he didn't want no more. He wouldn't have wanted 12 to 15. He wouldn't want 12 to 15. These cats like it. They like it having a definitive end so they can lose on points. That's what Fury was pitching for. He was hoping, I'll lose on points and then complain. That's what a lot of these new age guys like to do. Lose on points. It was a robbery and this judge did that and this guy's Saudi and this guy's Chechen and this guy was there and it's all a big... No, you had 12 rounds to get at it, man. The true narrative is stop trying to nick things on points and have a good go. And Johnny, the 10th round really saved him, to be honest. That 10th round saved him. But I think Dave would have been able to do a few more. Listen, Johnny did well in the 10th. Dave let the ball go there. He should have put the hammer down, but he was goosed himself. But Dave was more experienced and more political with it. Johnny Fisher was sitting there with his... That's why his jaw got messed up, because he couldn't clench his jaw. Because he was blowing so... When you're blowing so hard, your mouth's wide open, gasping for air, that's when your jaw's vulnerable. If you're biting down on your gum shield, it's not swinging, it's not a loose joint. Johnny Fisher was leaning over his front foot, his legs was like stilts in there, stiff as you like he'd been at a Diddy party for 2 weeks, non-stop. That's how his legs were. Dave blew his legs out, that's the truth. His legs were blown. He fought well in the 10th, fair play to him, but his legs were blown out, that's for sure. His legs was blown out bad. Yeah, Diddy would be proud of them legs that Dave Johnny Fisher had at the end of that fight. They were stiff as molasses. Yeah, stiff and slow as molasses. Alright, so listen. You got punched up. Yeah, I don't want to hear no more shilling from your pops. Oh, whoop-de-whoop. Oh, man, you know, GAD, you're wrong. People like to dig at GAD. That's what I don't rate. People like to dig at GAD. He's like the big digger. He's a bit of a clown, yeah, but everyone likes to... GAD's like a safe place to pick the phone up and go mad. Yeah. Why don't he pick up the phone? There's a whole bag of other people that think you got punched up. Johnny's dad. Why don't you ring them up and have a go? You think there's something sweet in Gareth? Which I don't like bullying. I'll call Gareth out, but that's not because I'm trying to be really hard kind of thing. Some certain man called Gareth out because it's like, oh, he's sweet and yeah, I'll get some clout back. Obviously, Johnny Fisher's dad's feeling sour because his big hype job son got punched up, so he's trying to get some critical acclaim now. Oh, I know what to do. It's like one of them ones, you know what I mean? People know that Gareth's a safe place to have a dig on, and all the fans will get behind you. Well, listen, I ain't behind you on this one, man, because that was corny. That's the best you could do. Oh, Dave Allen's team. Listen, Dave Allen's team, they've been way too political. Oh, yeah, we think we lost as well. Oh, I don't know about the rematch. It's up to him. Dave, this is your shot, man. I don't care how nice of a guy Johnny is or isn't. This is the fight game, and you punched his head off. Tell him that. Hey, listen, Johnny, you're a good dude, but your head got boxed off. I told you what was going to happen. Come get this work a second time. I'll take you back to school. If you need a further education, I've just given you the 9 to 16 years old. I've just given you the GCSEs. If you want the A-level as well, if you're looking for that further education, you can come get some in the rematch. No doubt about it, man. I'll take you to them A-levels. I'll put you through them. Those are the bars Dave should have had. Instead, he's all out here, oh, well, I don't want to pressure Johnny. And pressure him? Yeah? If he could have blew your head off in 2 rounds, that's what he'd have done. And Eddie Hearn would have been there laughing at you. So don't be all, this is the fight game. It's a obviously, Dave knows this better than me, but this is the time now to capitalise, Dave. Yeah, and the last thing you want to do is talk yourself out of and give Johnny Fisher exit holes. The last thing you want to do is be all, oh, actually, no, I'm happy if Johnny doesn't want it because he needs to learn and he should have some more time. Like, what? What are you doing? Do you want to put food on your kid's table or not? Right? There's not going to be a bigger money opportunity and a relatively easier fight than this. You versus Wardley, for example, doesn't generate as much money as this one, I wouldn't have thought. Because Wardley don't sell like Fisher does. You take this fight back to Bromley, or where's he from? Romford. You take this fight back to Romford, yeah, and fill him in his hometown, you're laughing, man. And that'll be a British blockbuster. You versus Clark or you versus Wardley. They'd take it or leave it. Even you versus Talma. They'd take it or leave it. This has got narrative now. You've got to be pushing this. That's what you've got to be. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. You've done the hard work now. You've been in there against the odds. Now it's time to benefit from the fruits of your labour. Instead, you're trying to be politician. Meanwhile, him and his family are running on the thing of, oh, yeah, well, I won and I've watched it back now. So you look like a muggins. Oh, yeah, Dave Allen's team told me they thought it was close. So you're just a muggins then. They mugged you off before the fight. And now they're mugging you off after the fight. And you're just sitting there trying to be all hippified. That's weak, man. It's whack. And you'll be the one who's sorry when they bump you because you haven't pressed it. How you get rematches is, when you punch someone's head off, is you pressure them in the public. You say, listen, man, there's a reason Johnny don't want this rematch. It's not good for his health. His dad knows it. He knows it. And Eddie Hearns knows it. The last thing he needs in his life right now is a A-level education from me after them GCSEs I put him through. He don't want these A-levels. That's what he don't want. Yeah? He don't want that. Those are the bars you give these cats. And then their ego gets involved, and the public scrutiny of it, they think, oh, I can't really take a year warm-up. Fucking warm-ups, man. I'm sick of warm-ups. Sick of them. Sick to death of warm-ups. Look at Conor Henn. Conor Henn lost. To Paynold, he went straight back in there. That's the play. Not only that, though, by talking a certain way, Dave, it builds the fight as well. When these two are sitting there, all hippified, oh, well, I love Dave, and I've learnt a lot from Dave, and Dave's my best mate, and Johnny's my best mate, and Johnny's a good kid, and all that kind of crap. No one wants, I hate to break it to you, no one's interested at all. I want to hear Dave say, I'm pissed off. This was your big shot. You were supposed to get blown out in 2 or 3, 4 rounds. You performed well, now it's time to run with it. Don't get lost in the sauce and stop training, but now's the time to build something. When else are you going to do it? There's going to be no British derby bigger than this for Dave Allen. This is it now. Yeah? You could do this fight 2 or 3 times, to be honest, if there's another close one. That's got to be the play for Dave Allen. There's no safer fight for him. This is winnable. If he stays in the gym for the next 6 months, there's no other fight that's more winnable than this. Wardley's not winnable, in my opinion. The Talmad's not winnable, so where are you going? You're going to have to be fish food. Do you want Dave, you got 2 options here. You either talk this fight up with Johnny Fisher, or do you want to be fed to Martin Bacoli? That's where you're going next, because Martin needs to eat. He a big old Nick. He need to eat something. So there's a reason Bacoli ain't got a fight booked. Yeah? And you know Eddie Hearn would love to put you in there with Martin Bacoli. Get you in there. Because Martin need to eat, man. He got to eat. Yeah? So you want to be fed to him, or you want to get in there and talk it up with Johnny Fisher? That's your choice. Don't be or a Coley even a Coley. Dave's too slow. He's too slow. A Coley would, yeah. Do you want to be? Listen, I don't think it'd be a feed into a Coley, but same principle. Unless you can maybe hope for a Dillian White, maybe. That's an option as well. Dillian White. I think Dave might beat Dillian White. He's shot to pieces, man. That might be a play actually. Dave Allen, you need to go for Dillian White or Johnny Fisher. Yeah, Johnny Fisher's on a plate now. It's relevant now. So I'd probably lean towards Johnny Fisher. But they'll take Dillian White rematch. That's got the British element to it. Dave's on an all-time high. Get in there with Dillian White. Honestly, I'd see the odds. If Dave was another 6 or 7 to 1 underdog, I'd take him against Dillian White all day and night. Because that first fight was somewhat close, and that was Dillian in his prime. And Dillian couldn't do nothing then. Dave with some motivation and momentum, I can see him doing Dillian White. I really can. Because that Tete guy was right in front of him. And Dillian White couldn't do nothing in there with Tete, who's 65 years old. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one. People, stop it.